my accent is from the South, from the very deep South, South Africa.
Wow.
And I came to America. I didn't like the politics of South Africa and came to America. And I've now been in America longer than I'm a South African. And I have to say, America is an amazing country. More Americans should leave America and appreciate what we have, and then come back and, you know. But I think I started my career as a singer and an actress, and of course, coming to America, I didn't have a green card or a passport at the time. So I started my career. I got a green card eventually, and I started my career at Elizabeth Arden. Because I could stand up in front of people and talk, I became the national training director. And then I traveled around the country and I did training seminars for Chloe and Lagerfeld and Burberry's, and that really sort of fueled my passion for fragrance. When I was in South Africa and my mother used to wear perfume, she went out at night, I just fell in love with it. So I've always had a feeling about fragrance, and how I landed in the fragrance industry was quite by chance.
Yeah.
So what I love to do is explain to you, you probably know so much, so I'm very happy to hear from you if you don't think you're going to, learn a lot from me, but I hope you will, and I think I'll learn from you, and I think we can use this time to really enjoy each other. So one of the things that I love to do is really take people on a fragrance journey and explain the magic and the mystery of scent. I don't think there's enough of that being done today. I don't think there's enough of that's being done in the stores. And I think, as we talked about, the whole idea of these celebrity scents, celebrities just slap their name on a bottle, they get a 5% or maybe 7% royalty, and they collect it, and there's no engagement, there's no authenticity, and there's no validity. And one of the things that's happened that I've seen is that people really are looking to create their own fragrance and reflect their individuality and their personality through scent, which is something you can't do if you have a celebrity scent. So what I have developed are these blends. Now each one is a blend, and each blend has about 5, 10, 15, 20 different ingredients. But the overall blend relates to the fragrance category, whether it's floral, fruity, woodsy, fresh, and so on. So tell me about, first of all, tell me what fragrance you like, and then tell me about what preference came out of.
Wait.
What fragrances do you typically like? What kind of category do you like typically?
It's kind of varied. It's a lot of my top 4 are probably all based.
Yeah.
So Muscovy is one of my favorite. Bergamot 22 on the other hand is another one of my favorite. Chanel L'Oreal, Edition Blanche is another one of my favorites. So it's kind of.
So you're pretty much all over, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all over.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay, yeah. So that's accurate. What about you, Ed?
I like iris.
Yes. So you like a floral?
No, I don't find iris to be floral.
It's not really. It's more green.
Yeah, but I love. I like aquatics.
Yeah.
Which is like added thing in the fragrance world, which is very interesting.
You like what?
Aquatics.
Sort of
Aquatic.
watery.
I like aquatic. I like
So do I.
marine notes. I like.
Watery, fresh,
Yes.
transparent notes. Marine notes.
Yeah.
Igor, what about you?
Well, depending on the season, for winter I like warmer scents. For summer, I strictly citruses, aquatics. So amber in the winter, resinous, that warmer scents, and in the winter it's.
You're always very.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but in between there's roses.
Sure. So, okay, I understand about the ambers and the woodsy and the dark and the fall and light and the sun. What about you, Lewis?
Me, I'm all over.
Okay.
I really like everything. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some fragrances that I don't like,
Right.
but well, for example, like some of the top fragrances that I like are Spicy Wood by Cree, or Incense Oud by Killian, Midnight in Paris by Yves Martel. Yeah. I'm missing one more. I don't like to miss my favorite ones. Tobacco Guinea by Tom Ford.
And you, Mr. Carlos?
I'm pretty much all over the place. I universally like everything, but Orientals.
All for you.
Yeah, it's what I really like. I don't have a signature scent, but if I were to have to choose one, it would be Black Orchid by Tom Ford.
Okay.
Because it's got enough of the vanilla and the incense. And Amber Absolute by him is another one I love. In the summer, I tone it down, and I like citruses. I like florals a lot.
Yeah.
I tend to wear a lot of.
Hallelujah. I love American men who like florals. Most American men don't like florals.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem wearing Shalimar. I don't have a problem wearing Midnight Boys. I don't have a problem wearing Carnal Flower by Frederick Malle. Love it.
These are all blends, as I said. These are not individual ingredients. So the first one I like to do is the citrus, because we like to start our day. Just take one and pass on. So what we're going to do is evaluate all these blends, and then you're going to select 3 or 4 that you like, and I will be happy to create a fragrance for you. So this is citrus. You can smell the lovely citrus notes, the grapefruit, the bergamot, the lemon, the lime, and the rolling. And you know, bergamot looks like an orange. It obviously has the orange aroma, but you cannot eat bergamot. It's too bitter, and it's from southern Italy and southern Spain, and so they get the aroma from the beautiful oils.
No bitter orange can be eaten because I know in
It's
Latin
bergamot.
cuisine.
But if you eat bergamot, it is too bitter. It's
Yeah.
way too bitter. So they don't use it for food, they use it for the aroma. Bergamot tea and so on. Do you have 2 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Everybody got one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
That was great.
So now we're starting on our florals. And I told you that florals are the largest category, so we have 3 different florals.
This was the right one.
Eagle. So,
Rose.
yeah. So tell me what you think of this one.
Love it.
Love it? Isn't it great?
Very pleasant.
It's not like yeah, it's
So
fudgy,
this
it's not
is a
fudgy.
very...
Turkish rose?
It's Moroccan rose, and it's got clove, violet leaf, and cognac. So it's a
Oh, I picked
modern
up the
rose.
violet.
It's a
Yeah.
very modern rose. It's not a heavy, old-fashioned rose. And you know, rose has actually had a bad rap for a while because people say it's old-fashioned, reminds me of my mother or my grandmother, because they were very, very heavy. And the lovely thing about this is that, you know, rose is the symbol of femininity. People love rose, and it's always going to be popular. I have to say, you're very good students. Normally, a lot of women would be itching and talking and moaning and laughing, and you guys are great. So this is what I call a floral. This is a really beautiful, robust floral. White flowers, very beautiful. Your jasmine, your lang lang, but there's also a hint of cinnamon and
Do
sandalwood.
they use that for seasoning?
They absolutely
Yeah.
use it. This is called Moroccan spice. They use this for cooking, and it has every one of the herbs. It has a lot of cumin. It's very high on cumin.
I think my
but
mom uses that.
I'm sure she does,
I'm not
because
sure.
almost every
Cumin is used in
every Moroccan household will use this for cooking. So perfume comes from the Latin through smoke. Perfumum, through smoke.
Ah.
And in the ancient Egyptian rituals, when they would make their sacrifices to the gods, they would put all their resins and so on a funeral pyre, and they would burn the resins to make the sacrifices to the gods. And what would happen is, through the beautiful aromatic oils from the wood, the smoke lifted the oils and it created this beautiful feeling and smell in the air. And so through the smoke, perfumum, came this wonderful feeling of ambient air. Well, now fast forward several centuries, and in the late 14th, 15th, actually 17th century, in France, in a town called Grasse, there were fields of flowers, roses and lavender and all kinds of beautiful flowers. And at that time, they were making, they started an industry to create gloves, leather gloves, and they would take the gloves, they would actually take the animal hides, tan the animal hides, tan the leather to make it soft with chemicals, and the chemicals were so pungent it really did create a problem in the air. But thankfully, Grasse had this beautiful alternative, fields of flowers, and the perfumers felt that this was a great way to really try and counteract the chemical odors. So they took the flowers, and through various technologies, through enfleurage, or through distillation, or through extraction, they were able to extract the floral oils out of the flowers to then create a whole new area to counteract the chemical odors. And actually, eventually, the perfume industry became more prominent than the glove making industry. And that's how, through smoke, the word perfume came about. Today, grass is no longer, fields and fields of flowers. It's really mostly just labs, and some of the fields and flowers have disappeared. But it is still the perfume making capital of the world. But that is the word. That's how perfume started, through smoke. So now you've learned something today,
Yeah.
right? Through smoke.
Wow.
See this? Look at that.
This is called rock incense.
This is real incense. And do you smell the smoke?
Yeah.
You smell the incense? It's amazing.
Oh wow, and now you really, and it's just
See,
that little
really
bit.
bubbling. Look at that.
Wow.
Yep.
It smells amazing.
That's cool.
Rock. Real incense, not
This
rock
is
incense.
real incense. This is real.
That's this natural
it's
form
from
you're saying.
Rock, yeah.
Comes
it's
like
from a
that?
rock. Mhm.
Or it's changed into that. It's
No.
taken. That's how.
You can't make
Because like the
this.
ambergris is turned into a waxy substance. Some of the other stuff is right,
Right. Well,
but this is what it is.
Okay, so now look. You see?
Oh, there you go. You get all the smell, the smoke.
We have answer. He comes up. Okay.
We have very similar taste
Oh, yeah.
for the most part.
She said, really? I said, yes. In fact, she said, I love fragrance, and I can never find anything that I enjoy. I said, well, I'm doing all these bloggers events. Come on, one on Friday night, one on Monday. She's going to come on Monday. I gave her
Wow,
my
just
card.
randomly.
Randomly out of the blue.
That's great. And that's from smelling it.
This is just from my
Yeah.
sillage. It's amazing.
Sillage.
Do you know what that word means?
Yes, the trail
The
that you
trail,
leave behind.
yes.
The centrals.
The centrails, yes, exactly. Okay, and this is at first sniff. Oh, I like that.
It's all the ones I liked at first.
Oh, great.